Streamer. Let me look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Week 10. We are at Eldora. We are in qualifying. Tonight is Dave Late Memorial race. 99 wins in his career in various cars. Watched some videos of Dave Late actually this afternoon. His unfortunate passing tonight is the Dave Late Memorial. It is a money race here at North American Dirt Track Racing Association. And a pay night. 125 to the winner, 75 for second place, 50 for third. If you advance the most positions in the feature, you're going to get a $25 paycheck. Fastest lap gets you 25 bucks. Looks like we got started a little bit early tonight. I'm not real sure what is going on, but we did jump into qualifying here. Dean Reynolds at the top of the board with a 16.577. Jax Yon, the 24 car, he's in P2. Clay Christopherson, he's going to be in the booth tomorrow night for the Dash for Cash. It is time for Heat 1. Dean Reynolds on the front row in the 79. Jax Yon on the outside of row number 1 in the 24 machine, driver out of Pennsylvania. Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine inside of row number 2. Jordan LaFawn on the outside of row number 2 in the 11 machine, driver out of Indiana. I am hearing now that we may go to... The race was not supposed to start until 6 p.m. So, listening to race control, it looks like we got started about 10 minutes early. So we're getting ready for Heat 1. Looks like that will be scrapped. We may go back to qualifying. Looks like the pace truck is coming off a pit road. We're getting ready to go green. Dean Reynolds on the front row. Clay Christopherson in row, the outside of... No, he's not. That's Jax Young. Clay Christopherson, Jordan LaFawn in row number 2. Logan Wentz, Billy Roberts in row number 3. Adam Flieger in the 38. So this race is just for fun. We are getting ready to go to promos here until we figure out what's going on. So a little bit of excitement here at the start of the North American Dirt Track Racing Association payday at Eldora, the Dave Late Memorial. So we will get this right, and while we work on that, we will cut to a quick promo, and we will be right back.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's just a matter of time. 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far. I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
One, two, three.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. You know, we first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, you know, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. You know, there's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. I mean, we've seen 4 eagle rays at once. I mean, just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced. It hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. You know, it was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. It's like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day. 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it from the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life. It was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into Lo and Behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service, but at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this, because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home. That's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody! I am so excited. My heart's pumping, my hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jack Jackamek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Woo.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other. And there gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win, and CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Welcome back. We are live this time for reals. We are in practice here, getting ready to advance to qualifying. Tonight is the Dave Late Memorial. $125 cash money to the feature winner. $75 in the second place, $50 third. Biggest mover of the night will receive $25 and $15 for the fastest lap. We're getting ready to head into qualifying. We got a little bit late start, but we are here nonetheless. Clay Christopherson currently leads the points. Austin Baker, Keaton Holder, Michael Vitale, and Anthony Morano are your top five. Currently out on the track, we will follow along with the 79 car Super Dirt Series. Dean Reynolds out on the track in the 79 machine here at Eldora. Takes the green flag for his qualifying lap. Let's see how Dean times in. Entering 3 and 4. Coming to his first lap time. Dean Reynolds top of the board, 16.751. 99 car Billy Roberts is with us in a new paint scheme. Billy Roberts coming for his first time lap. Logan Wentz up to P2. Kelly Wheeler at the top of the board. 16.723. Austin Baker's with us in the 09 machine. Currently 8th quick. Did not get a good first lap. Clay Christopherson at the top of the board for a moment. Kelly Wheeler lays down a 16.667. Jake Henry in the Murano Racing 171 out on track. Currently 10th quick, 16.907, a bit off the pace. Jax Yon, youngster out of Pennsylvania. Jax coming in the 24Y machine. Let's see where Jax times in. Just took the green flag. Had a couple of conversations with Jax this morning or this afternoon. See how he gets around Eldora. Will he challenge Kelly Wheeler? Top of the board, 16.587 for the 24Y machine. The 97's out on the track. We'll follow along with Keaton Holder as he takes the green flag for his first timed lap here in qualifying. Jan, Wheeler, Christopherson, Vitale, Lafon, your top five. Eighth quick for Wheeler. Jordan LaFawn in the 11 car. He wraps up fifth quick, driver out of Indiana. He will put it on the, I'm not sure how many heat races we'll have, but that will wrap up qualifying. We're getting ready to go heat racing. Jax Jan at the top of the board with a 16.587. Getting ready to go heat racing here at Eldora. Again, tonight is North American Dirt Track Racing Association Dave Lape Memorial. Qualifying just finished up. Jan, Wheeler, Christopherson, Vitaly LaFawn, your top 5. Heat 1 is getting ready to grid. Jax Jan with his quick time for tonight will roll off on the inside of row number 1 with Clay Christopherson to his outside. Jordan LaFawn, Logan Wentz in row number 2. Billy Roberts and Adam Flieger in row number 3. Austin Baker rounds out your field of 7 drivers. This will be a battle up front. Jax Jan in that 24 machine with Clay Christopherson to his outside, who is your current points leader. Watch the 11 car coming out of the inside of row number 2. That's the driver out of Indiana, Jordan LaFawn in the 011 machine. Pace truck should take us around one more time as we get ready. Clay Christopherson with a slight lead over Austin Baker. Both of those cars in this field, the 09 of Austin Baker will start at the tail end of the field. Not where that young man wanted to start. Green flag is out. We are underway. Jax Jan will dive it down low in turn 1. Clay Christopherson working the outside. Jan slides up in front of Christopherson. Jan, Christopherson, LaFawn are your top 3. Billy Roberts trying to make something happen down on the inside. Let's see if he can't get something done. Go on board with Billy Roberts as he runs the low line. You can see your top 3 dive for that bottom. Jordan LaFawn being the lowest of the group. Great battle up front. Clay Christopherson in P2. Jordan LaFawn in P3. We'll go on board with Jordan as he dives it down in turns 1 and 2. Looks like Jax is running a little bit higher entry, but makes it down there nonetheless. Clay Christopherson. We'll hear from Clay tomorrow night in the Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights Dash for Cash. That will be my partner in the booth tomorrow night. Jax Jan trying to pull away from the field. Jordan LaFawn and the 51 car of Clay Christopherson side by side, working lap 5 of 8. Jax loves to see these two battling out behind him. Jan, LaFawn, Christopherson, Roberts. Austin Baker has not been able to make up any ground in the 09 machine. Currently second in the points. Got Adam Flieger and Logan Wentz in front of him in the 18 machine. Billy Roberts in a new paint scheme in the 99. Owner-operator of Gears Unlimited, sponsors numerous drivers and divisions. Billy, your support is greatly appreciated. One lap to go. Jan will take the checkered flag. Jan, LaFawn, Christopherson Roberts, and Wentz are your top 5. Heat 2, Kelly Wheeler, Michael Vitale on the front row. Dean Reynolds, Keaton Holder in row 2. Anthony Morano, Jake Henry in row number 3. Keaton Holder on the outside of row number 2 is currently 3rd in the points. Let's see if Keaton Holder can make up some ground here tonight. Watch that 213 on the outside of row number 1. Michael Vitale, former Air Force member. Michael, thank you for your service and your support of your iRacing craft. Dean Reynolds on the inside of row number 2. As always, it would not be a North American Dirt Track Racing Association if we didn't go on board with the 32 of Anthony Morano. Although the lights are kind of dark, there is the Heart on the Hood scoop. His wife Sherry tunes in each week. Sherry, thank you for supporting, and all the other spouses or significant others out there. Greatly appreciated you tuning in and watching the races every week. 11 car of Kelly Wheeler, 97, swings way out wide. Wheeler, they're too wide behind him. We saw that song and dance in the last heat race. Anthony Morano trying to get up there. 32 car thought about taking it 3 wide off of turn 1 and 2. Vitale on the outside. Dean Reynolds down low. We almost 3 wide here at Eldora. Plenty of room. Kelly Wheeler out front watching these drivers battle behind him. We will go on board with Dean Reynolds as he pulls in behind Michael Vitale in the 213 car. You can see Anthony Morano peeking at load in the 32 machine. He's trying to get underneath Dean Reynolds. We're working lap 5 of 8. Top 4 breaking away from the field. Morano racing in positions 2, 4, and 5 in this race. Kelly Wheeler up front. We will go on board with Michael Vitale and see what it looks like from second place. Vitale working about a half car higher than is your leader, Kelly Wheeler. You can see the hands working inside the cockpit on the 213 machine. Pulls up to that outside. Good run off the bottom by the 11 car, able to hold off Michael there for momentarily. Dean Reynolds in P3. Anthony Morano now hunting down the 79 machine. Pulls up to that rear bumper. 32 dives down low. Coming off a turn 4. Did not get enough drive off the bottom. Working, that's it. Wheeler, Vitale, Reynolds, Morano, Henry. We will have 5 minutes of warm-up. So we will be right back.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. but we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. Who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels and you can weave through them and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing, talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people. Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Michael Vitale, Jordan LaFawn on the front row for the feature. Kelly Wheeler, Jax Yon in row number 2. Clay Christopherson, Dean Reynolds in row number 3. Billy Roberts, Anthony Morano in 4. Logan Wentz, Jake Henry in 5. Adam Flieger, Keaton Holder in 6. Austin Baker rounds out your field of 13 drivers. This heat race is for cash tonight in the Dave Lape Memorial. $125 goes to the winner, 75 for P2, 50 for P3. 25 will be for the biggest mover throughout the field, and $15 will go to the fastest lap. Supporter of Got Your Six Racing Network, Michael Vitale, will roll off on the front row on the inside with Jordan LaFon on the outside. Watch the 24. Jax Yon, the youngster out of Pennsylvania, will roll off on the outside of row number 2. He's got company back there with the 51 of Clay Christopherson. So this is going to turn out to be quite the shootout. As all the drivers get back on the track, lights are off on the pace truck. We do have one to go. Caution comes back out. It looks like race control. We'll give the 24 car an EOL. He's got 50 laps to get it done, so there is time to come up through the field. The 213 of Michael Vitale will roll off still on the pole. That will move the outside line up one position. That will put Dean Reynolds in the 79 car on the outside of row number 2. Green flag is out. We're underway. We got 50 laps to get it done. Will Jax Yon, the winner from last week, work his way through the field? Will your points leader, the 51 of Clay Christopherson, have another solid night? The 09 car of Austin Baker was fastest in warm-ups. He's currently second in the points. He is currently at the tail end of the field. Will he be able to work his way through the field? Again, money is on the line. $125 to the winner. The 011 car of Jordan LaFon, driver out of Indiana, takes the lead and running away from the field a little bit here. Michael Vitale in P2. Caution comes out. Looks like Dean Reynolds involved in an incident. We will take a quick look. Dean Reynolds coming off a turn 2. Gets up into the outside fence, over the 79 goes. Dean Reynolds was running in P4, I believe, as he goes for a ride in that 79 machine. Looks like the 11 car, Kelly Wheeler, will receive an EOL for contact with the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Jordan LaFon able to pull away from the field, working lap 5 of 50, so we do have a ways to go. Let's take a look in the back and see what we have. The 09 of Austin Baker is up 3 positions. Keaton Holder and Anthony Morano, currently your biggest movers. That is worth $25 tonight. Jax Yon, he is back to where he started. On the outside of row number 2. So not good news for the field. Jax Yon started at the tail end of the field. He's already back up to P4. Your points leader, Clay Christopherson, in the 51 is in P5. Jordan LaFawn will begin. This restart will be on the leader. Michael Vitale holding down P2 on the outside of row number 1. Anthony Morano in the 32. Green flag is out. Leader is off. Great start by Jordan LaFawn. Michael Vitale in P2. 24 car of Jax Jan. That youngster is not done. Currently moves up to P3 with Anthony Morano moving back to P4. Your points leader, the 51 of Clay Christopherson. They come side by side off of turn number 4. No contact made. Good job by both of those drivers. We are tracking your biggest mover, Keaton Holder and Austin Baker. Both those drivers in the 09 and 99. Or 97, my apologies. Up front, Jordan LaFawn setting it on the field. Jax Jan now moves back into P2. He's up 2 from his starting position. In the 24Y machine, running a little bit different line than is Jordan LaFawn. Running that bottom line in 3 and 4. Let's see where he runs in 1 and 2. He goes to the high side. Michael Vitale tracking down Jax Jan. Clay Christopherson, your points leader. Caution comes back out. Looks like Jake Henry was involved in an incident. We will take a look. Morano Racing, the 171 of Jake Henry. He's got Adam Flieger below him in the 38. 71 on the high side of 1 and 2. .38 car kind of drifts up, gets into the side of the 171. Dean Reynolds tries to check up, as does the 11. They get into the 18. Couple of Morano Racing drivers involved in that one. Dean Reynolds gets involved, gets into the side of the 171. Can't check up in time. Looks like the 90, the 79 of Dean Reynolds will get the wave around here. Jordan LaFawn, Jan, Vitale, Morano, Christopherson are your top 4. So Christopherson, your points leader, just needs a solid points night. Second, Austin Baker is currently running in P10. Keaton Holder is P6. So Clay Christopherson has second in the points. Keaton Holder right next to him. Keaton Holder in the 97 car needs a good run tonight to make up some points on the 51. Green flag is out. Jordan LaFawn with a great start running the bottom side. 24 goes up high. Will Jax Jan work his way to the top? Contact is made. Both drivers are able to get away from the contact. The 011 of Jordan LaFawn holds on to P1. Jan with the slide job. Crossover coming from Jordan LaFawn. Jordan LaFawn back to the point. Contact made once again. Jan dives it down low. Can't get it done. in 3 and 4. Jordan LaFawn holding on to P1. We got a battle up front between LaFawn and Jax Yan. Michael Vitale in the 213 falls back to P3. Let's go on board and see what's going on up front with Jax Yan, the youngster in the 24 machine, driver out of Pennsylvania. As he gets a good run off of turn 2, pulls right up to the rear bumper. Slide job coming. LaFawn returns the favor. We're going to have slide jobs and crossovers up front. Great battle by these two drivers. Side by side at the line on lap 21 of 50. One of these drivers wants the $125 cash for the win. Slide job and crossover. Looks like LaFawn's able to put a little space between himself and LaFawn that time by. LaFawn will not have any room for a slide job. The two make contact. Caution comes back out. Looks like Austin Baker involved, as we were fixated on the top two, putting on a whale of a show. Austin Baker in the 09, not the night he was looking for. Currently second in the points, gets up into the outside wall in the 09 machine. Comes down and gets into the side of Flieger. Both drivers locked it up and not able to check up in time. Let's take a closer look at this. Those two just make contact. 38 comes up, gets into the 9. Flieger goes for a whale of a ride. Replay brought to you by North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Jordan LaFawn in the 011 machine, able to hold off a hard-charging Jax Yan. Keaton Holder currently up 8 positions from the start. Again, the biggest mover of the night will receive $25 cash. Working lap 25 of 50, so almost halfway home. Pace truck is off. We're getting ready to go green. LaFawn, Yan on the front row. Michael Vitale, Keaton Holder in row number 2. LaFawn dives down low. The Vitale goes with him. Will the 24 get a good run off that top side? Those two are beating and banging on each other the entire race. Michael Vitale is going to battle it out with Anthony Morano in the 32 machine. So two Vitale Motorsports are make contact. Vitale into the 32. Dean Reynolds cannot check up in time. That will call for a quick repair as the 32 is having some handling issues. And makes it to pit road somehow. That is absolutely amazing. Jax Yan was able to take over the lead from Jordan LaFawn in the 011. Bad news for the rest of the field. The 24 is on the point on lap 29 of 50. Looks like Jordan LaFawn will get the position back. As the two try to settle their differences on the track. Up front, Jax Yon leading the way. Keaton Holder up 10 positions from his start. Currently your biggest mover of the night, Logan Wentz in the 18 car. He is up 8 or 6 from his start. Austin Baker up 9. So the 09 car is up 9 from the start. Keaton Holder is second in the points. Clay Christopherson will restart P9. So Holder and Baker are looking to make up some points on Clay Christopherson tonight. Jax Yon is looking for a $125 payday for the winner of the feature race, working lap 39 of 50. Austin Baker in the 09's up 9 positions, so not far off the 97. If he can make that pass, not only will he have a great points night, but he's looking at a bigger payday. Jax Yon running out on the field. Caution comes back out. Looks like Billy Roberts involved in the 99 machine. 11 car gets up into the 99. Christopherson not having the night that he wanted to have in that 51. Getting ready to go back green with Jan on the point. Keaton Holder in P2. We are single file on lap 43 of 50. Jan, Holder, Wentz, Vitali, Henry, your top 5. Pace truck is off, as is Jan in the 24. Another great start. Opens up a gap between himself and the 97. Logan Wentz is going to dive down low. Doesn't have anything for the 97 car. However, Michael Vitali in the 213. He's on the inside of Wentz. Jordan LaFawn, he moves back up. We saw him lead earlier in the race. Can he recover? Jax Yon checking out on the field. Keaton Holder in P2. Logan Wentz, your points leader. Clay Christopherson currently running in 9th position. Podium doesn't only come with an interview tonight, it comes with a cash payday. Yes, LaFawn battles it out with the 18 car of Logan Wentz. LaFawn able to make the pass, move him up to P3. Slide job coming. Caution comes back out. Looks like Billy Roberts in the 99 machine, not having the night that he wanted to have. Just all by himself, gets up into the outside wall, coming off of turn 2. Jackson trying to close the deal on a $125 payday. Currently working lap 49 of 50. We will go green, white, checkers. I believe we will catch up with your top three at the conclusion of the race. Biggest mover is currently Keaton Holder, so he's looking at $75 plus a $25 payday for being the biggest mover of the night. So he's looking at a payday equal to that of Jackson, who is currently running in P1. $125 to the winner, 75 P2, 50 P3, 25 for the biggest mover, 15 for the quickest lap. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are going green, white, checker, so we have a short dash. We're going to double it up one more time, it looks like. Pace truck should exit this time by. Let's see if the youngster from Pennsylvania has it in him. Hold down that P1. He is off. 97 car goes with him. Looks like Jordan LaFawn getting a little bit impatient. He's going to cut down between two cars. Jordan LaFawn looking for a payday. Moves up the P3. Jackson opening up a gap on the field. Looks like we had some tight racing here. 18 up in 2. We will go to the checkered flag. Jackson. Keaton Holder in the 97 tries the bottom side. Is he going to get it done? No, sir. The 9 of Austin Baker. Jan, Holder, Baker are your top three looking for a payday. We have a tie for the biggest mover between Keaton Holder and Austin Baker. So we'll see what folks do about that. We will get a word with your leaders here momentarily. What an amazing end to the night. The 09 car of Austin Baker brings it home P3, up 10 positions from his starting. We will wait for those gentlemen to get up into the broadcast booth and see what it was like from the seat. 09 had a rough start of the night in his heat race. He was able to recover. You can see him battling it out there. Michael Vitale, Jordan LaFawn. 9 car was able to prevail. Jackson is in the booth here. We're waiting for Austin Baker to come in. In the 09 machine. So Austin Baker and Keaton Holder make up a little bit ground as your points leader finished P8 tonight. Still have Jackson in the booth waiting for Keaton Holder and Austin Baker to join us. Great battle to the end. The 11 car of Jordan LaFawn from the point to the rear, back up to LaFawn, brings it home P6. Not real sure what happened in the end. He was battling for a podium position. See the 18 car get a little bit loose. The 9 car working that low line, trying to get underneath Jordan LaFawn. They are in the booth. We will get a word with Austin Baker first. Austin Baker moves up 10 positions from his start, puts the 09 car into the podium. Austin, this is Joe. You got me? Man, that was pretty exciting, my brother. You got a payday I'm not sure how they're going to do the biggest mover here since you and Keaton both moved up 10 from your start. Walk us through your night, man. So do you do your own setups? Yeah, man, it looks like that thing was set up to come on late as you moved up to P3. Who do you want to thank for your podium, man? Great run. Oh, and a great points night. Clay Christopherson, the points leader, he finished back in P8. You and Keaton Holder had great nights. So, congratulations on your podium, man. Who would you like to thank? Where are you from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. One of my teammates is from North Carolina, so kind of knew that. Seems like Elite is popular back in that side of the country. So yeah, man, great folks, great run by you, my friend. Great points night, and you got a payday coming. So all around great night for the 09, man. Hopefully we see you next week.
Heck yes. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Keaton Holder equals the biggest mover of the night in the 97 car. He moves up 10 from his starting position. Keaton, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
All right, man, let's have it. How was it?
It was wild. It was very wild.
I tell you, man, watching from the booth, we had cars all over the place. But, man, you drove that 97 up to the front there. Do you think you had anything for Jax there in the end?
I don't think so. He was pretty fast, but I really don't think I had anything for him.
Man, I tell you, it's a great points night for you. It's a great payday for you, $75 for finishing second here. And I'm not sure how they're going to do the biggest mover. You and Austin Baker both tied for up 10 from the start. So, man, a great run for the 97. Watched you the whole broadcast. Who do you want to thank for your podium?
Trees, 5-Star Esports, my teammate Austin Baker, and K&M Graydon, Keith Holder Racing, and Chase McCormick Racing.
Yeah, man, finishing two of you guys on the podium. That's pretty exciting, man. Great run by you guys tonight, and hopefully we see you next week.
Yep.
All right, man. Your winner, the 24 car of Jax Yaw, moves up 3 positions from his start. He was hard to stop once he got to the point. Jax, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, you told me you'd be there, and you got it done. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, we qualified. I forget. I think P1, but those two splits got me off guard. So I think we qualified P1. We won a heat race. So we had to start fourth. Got an EOL because I won last week. I came from the back and won it and got her done.
Yeah, man, and it's kind of ironic that you and I spoke this afternoon, and man, you had no doubt that you were going to get this done. You drove the 24 from the back after, as you said, you got an EOL. You drove her to the front to victory lane and $125 payday. So, man, this means a lot more than just another win. Who do you want to thank for your victory, man?
Yeah, I can't thank these boys letting me come out, DV and all of his admins and race control. You for putting it on, my family, my mom, my dad, Bailey Roberts and Michael Vitale for doing all they do, helping me. HY pressure washing, painting, the dent zones, Gears Unlimited. You for putting it on, and that's about it.
Yeah, man. So here's the question of the day: you gonna put that mod light into victory lane this week, or what's the deal there?
I don't know. We've been having a rough, and last half of the season. Pill drop in our worst enemy. Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, man, I hope to hear some results from you. I will follow you on Facebook. Do you post all your real racing on Facebook also?
Yeah, my dad goes live on my racing page every time I go on the track.
Yeah, man, I get to watch you in the broadcast booth, and I'll be tuning in to watch you live also in that mod light. So great run by you, man. It was great talking with you today. You predicted the outcome. You got a fat payday coming to you, and hopefully we see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be back, hopefully.
All right, man. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is Eldora week number 11 for North American Dirt Track Racing Association. You saw a lot of action out on the track. I'd like to thank the good folks at the North American Dirt Track Racing Association for the league that they put on. Greatly appreciated by all of the drivers. For those of you that have tuned in, greatly appreciated. And we will see you tomorrow night for the Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights $525 dash for cash. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity,